This week on The Lead, the Career Center's Health Science class instructed students on how to properly save a life with Stop the Bleed.
And we'll take a look at how Marcus Orchestra students are bringing new opportunities to some new musicians. All this and more coming up.
Hello, I'm Aiden Call.
And I'm Destiny Paxton, and this is The Lead.
Our first story is coming from Hebron, where the Liberty in North Korea, or Link Club, will be holding a fundraiser at California Pizza Kitchen in Willow Bend Mall next Monday, April 29th, all day. The fundraiser is being held in part by CPK's Pizza with a Purpose initiative, where 20% of sales, including dine-in, takeout, and catering, goes to the club. The donations collected from this event will go to the club's initial purpose, which is to raise money to help refugees from North Korea.
Marcus High School is hosting Physical Night in the MAC Gym next Wednesday, May 1st. Physical Night is all about athletic training, so if you're trying to get fit, this might be the perfect night for you. Tickets went on sale the 16th of April, so you can purchase a time slot in the athletic training room. You must have a filled out physical form with your medical history when you go to purchase tickets.
Recently, the students at Career Center East earned an important certification that can help them save lives. Trey Moreno has more on the story.
I'm here at the Career Center East, where students learned how to save a life thanks to the Stop the Bleed program. Let's take more of a look. The health science class gave an informative presentation called Stop the Bleed.
Stop the Bleed program is a program that is set to instruct people who are not healthcare professionals on what to do if there's a life-threatening emergency related to bleeding.
I learned how to, or we learned how to assist and help medical emergencies and how to stop bleeding.
The students who attended learned the ABC method, which stands for Alert, Bleeding, and Compress.
I think we're being taught this because so many people are losing their lives over it when they shouldn't be.
Each step teaches the student how to properly act and treat the wound so that they are able to save a life.
We learned how to use a tourniquet properly, how to pack wounds, and how to apply direct pressure.
If they ever get into a situation and they know what to do, that just empowers them.
After the presentation, the students had to demonstrate what they learned. The students had to properly stuff a wound by putting a gauze in a tablespoon-sized cup, then show the instructor that they could properly use a tourniquet. Thanks to this informative lesson, the students now know what to do when needed to jump in action. From The Lead, I'm Trey Moreno.
You know, of course we hope students aren't in these type of situations, but it is important if they do.
Oh, absolutely, I agree, but it's safe to say I am not the biggest fan of blood. This Saturday, FMHS is hosting the Keep Flower Mound Beautiful Spring Trash-Off Festival in the school's parking lot. The festival will feature a native plant sale, various recycling stations, document shredding, kids' activities, and more. The community cleanup will take place from 8:30 a.m. till 11 a.m. T-shirts will be given to the first 300 volunteers who register, and free lunches will be given to all who volunteer. Those who collect the most trash and recyclables will be awarded with prizes. For more information, please visit kfmb.org.
Next Wednesday on May 2nd, Marcus is hosting a college fair in the school's cafeteria from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. With over 40 different colleges representing from across the nation, this will be one of the largest turnouts. Along with Marcus students, all students from Flower Mound High School are invited to join and learn about these different colleges. So take advantage of this and don't miss out on the chance to be informed.
Last week, Hebron had 4 iPad training sessions in the library. Apple employees from the Education Department visited the school to teach students on how to effectively use their iPads. Some of the activities featured were animating in Keynote, sketchnoting with Apple pencils, and students learned how to effectively use speech dictation to the fullest extent. The event was free for all who participated and was a fun way to help students utilize their iPads in the classroom.
The Colony High School and the Colony of Commerce came together to host a special luncheon at the Colony High School campus this past Thursday, April 18th. This event was open to all businesses in the area. It started off with a tour of the campus by the JROTC, then moved on to lunchtime where the culinary students prepared tasty meals for the guests. It was a great way for everyone in the community to come together and build strong bonds with one another.
Now, we're going to take a look at how the Marcus Orchestra is helping teach new musicians instruments who haven't had a chance in the past. Hiram Smith got the inside look.
Marcus High School's orchestra program is proud to be a part of United Sound, a program unlike any other across LISD.
We're just trying to introduce this instrument to the new musicians. Basically, we just do everything in this. This is a student-led organization.
I was really excited to help out the special education students and teach them how to read music. It's really cool to see them improve, and every step they take is really inspiring to me as well.
We come up with different activities to do or exercises that are going to help make us better. And we have to make modified parts for the new musicians, so Sebastian and I get together and we make those.
Both the experienced musicians and the new musicians are working hard every week to continue getting better.
Best afternoon of my week, seeing how my kids have grown from becoming better teachers and learning patience and all of the skills. It's been really amazing.
They're so much fun. I see Avery in the hallway after second period, and then there's Kendi who comes and talks to us at lunch every day now.
Brian is super funny. He just says anything and you just laugh because he's such a funny individual, you know. And then Joe's very relatable. He's very down to earth. He's just very open, very considerate, very open.
They go to my group, Daya, Kendall, Jenny, and Julian to help me learn that cello the best.
Be sure to check out the Orchestra Pops concert on May 15th. United Sound will be playing a piece from the Disney movie Coco that you won't want to miss. For The Lead, I'm Hiram Smith.
Junior and senior girls at FMHS are getting prepared for their annual Powder Puff game, organized by the Student Council with weekly practices. A few Jaguar football players have been dedicating their time to get these girls ready for the big game. Unfortunately, the deadline for registration has already passed, so make sure to get out and support them on May 2nd at 6:30 p.m.
Hebron FCCLA is holding their first bake sale this coming Saturday on April 27th. It'll be hosted at the Village Shops in Castle Hills from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. Various baked goods such as cookies, cake pops, brownies, and many more will be sold, and all the funds will be going directly to the club. So be sure to stop by for a tasty treat.
A big congratulations goes out to the 4192 Jaguar Robotics team that wiped the floor at the 2019 World Division Hopper Championship this past weekend. This win is a great honor for Flower Mound High School and their robotics program, and we look forward to seeing what they accomplish next year.
Last week, a handful of students from across LISD got to attend the Dallas International Film Festival High School Day.
Sumana Syed has the story.
The Dallas International Film Festival, or DIF, hosted a high school day on April 16th, where students had the opportunity to take part in various hands-on experiences.
We end up actually hearing from experts and teachers from other universities over tips and experiences they've gone through in making films.
The event hosted hundreds of students from different districts and featured film professors, directors, and writers who all shared insightful tips for beginners and aspiring filmmakers.
So we did have a cool activity where we got to watch some people build a flat. I had never really seen that. I've heard about it, but I've never actually seen it in person. So it was cool to see that you can do a simple set build at home. On the last one, it was the story circle, which I'd heard before, but it was kind of fun to have a hands-on experience with it. So me and my friends, we kind of made a funny little story, and it wasn't anything great, but it was just, we had a fun time making it together.
I got to get my hands on a camera and actually worked the shot and worked how the film was gonna end up looking like.
If you are an aspiring filmmaker, then Dallas International Film Festival's High School Day is an event you won't want to miss next year. For The Lead, I'm Sumana Syed.
Well, that seemed like a very fun experience, Aiden.
It did. It absolutely did. And speaking of DIFF, I was actually a part of one of the crew for the high school entries, Origin by Vu Boy Productions. It's actually on YouTube. And
Our Spotlight anchor was too, right?
Yes, Grant was actually a part of it also. And speaking of which, after the break, Grant and the other producers got to head down to the Sandy Lake CrossFit to explore workouts you can do in your own home for this week's Lead Spotlight.
And Aiden sits down with some representatives of the LOST program who help suicide survivors. Keep it tuned to The Lead.
This episode of The Lead is sponsored by AMC Theaters. With over 380 locations, great deals on tickets, and dine-in theaters, the friendly faces at AMC will make sure your experience is AMC amazing.
As high school students, clubs, arts, and other activities can fill our schedules fast. With these busy schedules, we often lose the value of maintaining a healthy lifestyle. I'm here at the Sandy Lake CrossFit Gym to learn a few workouts you could do at home. Although staying fit and active can sometimes be difficult, Kurt Honig, owner of Sandy Lake CrossFit, told me about CrossFit's WODs, or Workouts of the Day, which are great solutions to the challenge of staying active.
So a WOD is an acronym for Workout of the Day. And one of the very unique components of CrossFit is that no WODs are the same 2 days in a row. In fact, you'd be very, very hard pressed to find the same workout in the same month, sometimes even in the same 3 to 6 months.
The lead producers and I got the chance to try out a simple at-home workout you can do yourself.
A classic workout is going to be something as simple as 15 air squats, 10 lunges, and 5 push-ups. That sounds really simple, but I have you do that same sequence 10 times as fast as you can. Now, all of a sudden, you've done 150 air squats, you've done 100 lunges, you've done 50 push-ups.
Overall, the workout was both challenging and a great choice for something you could do at home.
It's coming in day after day, working with the people that challenge you to become the best version of yourself. So being community-driven is the biggest difference between a CrossFit gym, a CrossFit community, compared to the Globo gym.
If you are looking for a higher level of training, Sandy Lake CrossFit will be hosting their grand opening this Saturday, April 27th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Join them for a free community workout at 11 a.m. with contests, games, and prizes. For the Lead Spotlight, I'm Grant Goodrich.
Welcome back to The Lead. Today, I'm here with Lori Common and Phyllis Finley from the LOST team in Denton County. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you.
Well, it's great to have you both on the show, so let's just get right into this interview.
Okay.
So, Lori, why don't you tell me what the program LOST is all about?
The LOST team, LOST stands for Local Outreach to Suicide Survivors. So what we do is when there's a suicide in Denton County, the ME's office, the medical examiner, contacts us and we go on scene to the suicide to offer support and resources to the newly bereaved.
That's good. You know, that's very important to have, especially with students around this age. I mean, you never know what people are going through, so it's good that we have this. How did this get started?
Well, this started back in 2015, and about 4 years before that, it was a conversation in a vehicle coming back from a conference in Austin. Dr. Frank Campbell was pretty much incepted the program. He started the program in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Took him about 10 years to get it off the ground, but the whole purpose of the LOST team is to create a sense of hopeful prevention for the next generation of survivors.
Interesting. So I understand that you guys host events for this cause. So tell me a little bit about some of the events that you guys have done.
Well, we're going to have the 4th annual Music and Art Fest, which is coming on May 11th, which is kind of Phyllis's baby. And then we also have an event in September. It's the Race for Hope. It's a 5K, and we have that, and it also benefits the LOST team.
All right, and I understand that there's also an art donation thing going on. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
I'll let you go ahead. Do you want to?
For the Music and Art Fest, we send out something calling all artists and anybody that can donate art of it, and it can be any medium. It can be photographs, oil, paints, anything. Sculptures. I mean, we've had a lady donate a quilt that's going to be auctioned off, so it can be anything. And what we do is we have bands come in and play, and in between the bands we auction. It's live auction.
I'll be the auctioneer.
It's Phyllis, and we auction off the art.
And also a silent auction as well. And we have so many talented artists and musicians in the Denton County area, and Denton's kind of a mini Austin, so definitely wanted to capitalize on the talent that we have locally and be a celebration of life.
So obviously this is for anyone in the North Texas area, but for our LISD students watching, if they want to go beyond the art donation, how could they go about maybe volunteering for the cause?
Well, all they have to do, they can donate any of their art they want by contacting me or Phyllis. And the day of the event, if they want to volunteer, they can come and help us set up the art, or they can just come and have a good time and watch their art that they donated be auctioned off. It's a really fun, family-friendly event, and we appreciate any art we get, so from anyone.
And our email is really accessible, Lori C. at DentonMHMR.org, and mine is Phyllis, PHYLLIS, at DentonMHMR.org. And we would love to accept any donations, or if they can come to Dan's Silverleaf the day of the event at noon and help us set up.
All right. Well, it sounds like a good program you guys are running. Everybody here at the Lead definitely will wish you the best and continuing the program. So that's going to wrap it up for this interview. When we come back, David is going to bring us all the latest on district sports. So keep it tuned to The Lead.
You're watching the Lead Sports Update with David Suarez.
Welcome everyone, here's this week's sports update. With some of the weather issues, baseball games have been crazy this past week. Marcus played against Lewisville Tuesday night and took home the win with a score of 6-1, and Flower Mound beat MacArthur 11-1. For baseball games this weekend, we have the Colony traveling to play against Denton Braswell. Lewisville hosts the Marauders, and Hebron heads to Irvin High School. Moving on to softball, Marcus took down Lewisville 15-1. Flower Mound defeated Coppell 1-0. Hebron beat Irvin 16-1, and the Colony beat Rockwall 6-3. Upcoming playoff series for the next weekend include Ayton versus Hebron, the Colony against Burvar, Marcus versus Denton, Guyer, and Flower Mound against South Lake Carroll. Lastly, a huge congratulations to the Flower Mound boys soccer team for winning the 6A Texas State Championship last weekend. The Jacks defeated San Antonio Lee HS 4-1 in penalty kicks. This is the first soccer championship in FMHS school history. Along with the varsity soccer team, the FMHS girls golf team had a few state qualifiers for UIL. Way to go, Jacks. Well, that's it for this week's sports update. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Now let's find out who's the winner of our previous Twitter contest.
Last week, we asked you to submit a picture of your class watching The Lead. This week's winner is Cassie Steins from Hebron High School. Congratulations, Cassie. You just won an AMC Movie Pass. Missed out this time? Don't worry. You have one last chance.
We are almost wrapped up with Season 3, so we're going to finish out the season with one last contest. Just in time for Avengers Endgame, tweet us a picture of you wearing your favorite superhero shirt, DC or Marvel, and if yours is chosen, you could win an AMC Movie Pass. If you want to know more about what's happening in the district or have a story you want to see covered, follow us on Twitter at LISDTheLead or email us at lisdthelead@gmail.com. Well, that's it for this week. I'm Aiden Call.
And I'm Destiny Paxton, and we'll see you next time.